Competition beasts are back yet again. I'm Logan. Over there's Daniel. And first, we're going to talk about, but first, we're going to talk about
Hashtag
Survivor.
but first.
Hashtag, but first, we're doing Survivor. And then after that, we're going to do Big Brother season 27.
Week five, four, five,
I
four.
think four. We lost Zay, we lost Amy, we lost Adrian, then we lost Jimmy.
Zamdrian. They've all had long A sounds in their names.
Not
Everyone
him,
is
not Jimmy.
not to Jimmy was the first one not to.
Yep. So, but that's Big Brother. We're not doing that yet.
Hey, a
We're
guy a guy commented on one of these posts, I think, that he every time Comp Beast comes out, he watches it on YouTube with his wife. And I
Are you
want to
serious?
yeah, I want to shout out to that happy couple.
I never thought we'd get there where people were watching the podcast like a show.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah,
gather around like
this,
dinner time, let's watch the podcast.
yeah. Like how I
I
watched
always wanted to get there.
Bachelor in Paradise last night with Dallas. This couple watches the L Dog and the D Train talking about old seasons of Survivor.
I have heard of people doing that. I just didn't think we were up to that status yet. But
We've hit it. We've nailed it.
I'm feel very honored.
I know you genuinely look chuffed by this
I
news.
am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Mhm. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Maybe I should find out.
I don't know. I don't want to embarrass them.
Well, yeah.
Episode 8, we'll start with. Next week we're gonna finish the season. Are you excited?
Guys, I am so excited. Wait, hang on. I'm distracted. I'm trying to
Oh,
find out who
we,
that
we don't have
person
to know.
was, but I want to know.
Okay. Um,
It's Nick Nolte.
Nick, that was him.
Yeah, yeah, Nick
Who's he
Nolte.
married to?
Uh,
Mary Steenburgen, imagine.
oh my, no, that's Ted Danson.
Oh, duh.
Uh,
That was
N-
dumb.
Nick Nolte wife. Let's Google it.
Yeah, I'd love to know.
All right.
But so
Looks
next week you're
like
gonna.
Clyde Lane. That's his third wife, fourth wife. Jeez, Nick Nolte.
Wow.
Wow.
The other ones he asked, hey, do you guys want to watch? I watch this show Comp Beasts with this guy Logan and
Yeah,
Daniel, and they were
yeah.
like divorce.
He
This
finally
this
found
is
the
the
one
first
for
one
him.
that stayed
Yeah.
with him. So
All
thank
right.
you to her.
Uh, I have an announcement to make
Oh my God.
about Survivor 44.
Okay.
This is a pretty good season of Survivor. Yeah,
Whoa.
when it's good despite itself, the production is making all the wrong decisions. Horribly
Hmm.
made show, but sometimes the casting's just good. The casting's right, and it could make for a good season despite everything else. And I will go so far as to say this is the first season of New Era Survivor where if I went back and did a rewatch of Survivor, I might include this one
Whoa. So favorite of the new era, season 44.
easily.
Easily. I think mine is 41 so far.
That is crazy. That's the worst one by far.
No, I don't think so. Xander.
You love
Only one
Xander.
season had Xander. That was that one. I like that though. Maybe Franny. You loved Franny.
The Franny Matt relationship is very compelling to me. Like I was really bummed out when Franny got voted off, but then I was like, oh, maybe they could fuck it Ponderosa.
She did give him a look over on her way out. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did. But also, the first time Franny goes to tribal council after Matt gets voted out, the way they are cheesing at each other so hard. Like usually the first member of the jury, you like cut over there and he's just miserable.
Hmm.
I can't believe I have to fucking
Usually they're
sit here.
playing it up too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, he's just so excited to be able to see Franny.
Impossible to have a frown looking at Franny.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was nice.
it's very sweet.
They have a
We
pure love like Nick Nolte and Clyde Lane.
exactly. What is she an actor?
I don't know.
No, we don't know. Um, right. But it's really not that much on the episodes though. It's in like 3 episodes mostly, and that's really it. The most they ever got was when they held hands. That was like the most I felt their connection. But I mean, I told you it persisted all the way. Maybe that's why you like it because you know that they end up together. Maybe if you didn't know that, it wouldn't.
I think I would like it anyway because I used to get invested in like Big Brother what's it called?
Showmances.
Showmances, yeah. But I don't know, there's something like this really feels like two people that just live in the same world that found each other.
Yeah, both. And it was like a maybe like a coincidence. Like he was newly single, you know?
Yeah.
That didn't have to happen.
Remember I thought he was gay?
Yeah, he did. And I was like, I know he's not for a fact because I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
something, but I can't tell you what it is.
Hmm.
But that's what it was.
Amazing stuff.
Anyway,
But I mean, that's not the only thing. Like,
you're also your winners are still in the game.
yeah, but I mean,
Carolyn Carson, Jam Jam.
I never care that much about that. It's just that I was like looking at the board at one point, and I was like, I think I'm interested in every player at this point. And that
I mean, Kane. Kane went out this week. Brandon went out this week. You weren't into either of those guys.
not really, but that's another thing.
Lauren.
All the people I don't care about are going.
Lauren's still there.
Yeah, but Lauren got a little interesting this week, and Kane and Brandon were interesting in their exits. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were pretty good vote outs.
Yeah.
Listen, stop trying to.
I'm not. I'm
I'm
just talking about
finally
it.
enjoying this shit.
We're just talking about it.
Don't yuck my yum.
I'm not trying to. I love Jamie's whole story too about her idol that's actually fake because Matthew made it and then got medevac. So she thinks
And
it's
no
real the whole
one,
season.
yeah, and no one even believes her.
Yeah, yeah, because she says that it went out with Kane, and they're like,
Yeah,
"That's bullshit. What are you talking
bullshit.
about?"
She's got an idol.
It's so good that
Yeah, she lied right to my face.
and they're actually more scared of her now. They're like, the fact that
Yeah,
she could do that makes me way more scared of
she's a
her.
terrible player. She has no poker face. She's a total idiot, but they're scared of her just due to the prospect of the idol. Also, like anytime anyone predicts shit about the advantages this season, they're wrong.
Well, it's hard to be right.
There are so many moments this season where like there are two people strategizing and they seem certain about something and they are just not right.
Also, the knowledge is power, though, makes us switch advantages with everybody. So we really don't know who has what ever anymore.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why you should never tell anyone about something you have.
Yeah.
That's the how Marianne won. She got to the end. She was like, I got this idol nobody knew I had the whole game.
Yeah.
They were like,
In
whoa.
the old days before, advantage getting, uh it was a good move to tell someone about your idol sometimes. Like
Steven always said that. It's a good alliance builder.
exactly. It builds trust. But now it's just too much of a risk.
Exactly. Exactly. He did that in Tocantins. Him and Steven and Taj, they had that idol together. And they
Absolutely.
never used it. That's one of the seasons where an idol never gets used.
And the three of
Tocantins
them were tight the whole time.
until they had to get Taj out. She's too
Mhm.
good. Let's me and you,
I
JT.
didn't even feel like Taj was mad about it though.
No, impossible to be mad at those guys.
Yeah. I love Taj. They should have brought her back. SVW.
Well, I think they probably tried. She didn't want to. She just
Well,
has
true.
money,
She was a minor celebrity.
right? And she was married to Eddie George. It is
Oh, that's
married to Eddie George.
right. I forgot about
Any
that.
30 for 30s on Eddie George?
I don't think so. They're still
Yeah,
together?
I believe so. I haven't heard anything that they're not.
You think you'd hear about that?
I think so.
You're that plugged into Survivor social media that
I,
if Taj got a divorce, you'd hear about that?
I do think, and they're a big enough couple. It might make like big news.
Huge news.
Even I said that, I probably wouldn't.
Mm.
TMZ would cover it. I don't know. All right. Anyway, episode 8 was called "Don't Get Cocky, Kid." You remember who said that line? One of these
No.
lines was said by Jeff
I
Probst.
know that blew my mind. And it's not even a Jeff Probst original. I'm pretty sure it's a quote from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
to come up with original things that have never been said before. You
But
know how
full
hard that
tilt,
is.
he was acting like full tilt boogie. That's my new catchphrase. But
That was not first said in From Dusk Till
Are
Dawn.
you sure about that?
100%. They said that in the 60s for sure. Full Tilt Boogie. I'm gonna fuck you, Full Tilt Boogie.
Then why did I just Google Full Tilt Boogie and there's From Dusk Till Dawn right there, first thing that came up.
You got to go down a little. I couldn't see the
Look
From
there,
Dusk
there,
Till Dawn part.
there you go. Quentin's
Really?
there. Yep.
Full. How's that possible? They created that line. Who did that? Quentin?
All right. They didn't invent it, but they popularized it in the 90s. There was a documentary about the making of From Dusk Till Dawn, and it was called Full Tilt Boogie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's nuts. Did Quentin write that movie?
Yes.
I
And
gotta watch it.
appeared in it.
That's a franchise though, isn't it? I think I've been waiting for a reason.
Yeah, there's a bunch of direct to
Let's
video
do
and
it.
it's
Let's do it. Let's start doing all
fine.
the stuff I want to do while I'm here.
Fine.
You know,
While I'm here, Jesus Christ.
you never know. Um, Kane said, "Don't get cocky, kid." Did
All
you say
right.
that? Did you say
No,
Kane was the
I didn't.
one?
I didn't remember.
Oh, he said he's that's his slogan out there on the island. Don't get cocky, kid. Anyway, Carson's sick. He's throwing up all over the place, being a little baby. He really was. Like
He's sick. Jeez.
if, it, if this felt like a 6 year old. I've never seen this on Survivor. Someone like my tummy's hurt and like being parented by everyone on the tribe. It was so weird to me.
I feel like I have.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Maybe like that girl on Philippines. There was like a girl on Philippines who I remember Pinner was like, "Oh, she's dying." But anyway, Tree Mail says get into pairs for the immunity challenge. All right, so we've got Carolyn and Carson, Danny and Lauren, Jamie and Heidi, Brandon and Kane, Jam Jam and Franny, and we got three different stages. First stage, you go in a net and you go do to the death roll, like the alligator death roll, and get through the net. Carolyn got stuck in the net, and then you go over the
Yeah.
bridge.
This was the one where that one-legged girl had to get ripped out of there.
What was her name? What was
One
her name?
leg?
Yeah, what was her name?
Was it one leg?
Yeah, that was her name. Oh, I remembered it from your strategy. You had a great way to remember her name, and I just remembered it thinking about it. Can you not remember what your way was? Your method?
I remember having a method.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
No L.
No L.
Because she had no leg.
Yeah.
Wow, Daniel. Great
See,
job.
it worked.
It did work. The next stage, we build the plank bridge. You use two planks to get over the bridge. And
Yeah,
then
we saw this one last season. Like every challenge that we saw in these 3 episodes, they did last season.
fair. Should I not even say what they were?
No, it's okay. And what was the third part?
A balance. The two remaining couples do a balance off
Right,
on a
right.
thing, and who
On
can win.
increasingly smaller pegs.
That's right. That's right. Increasingly smaller pegs. I was gonna make a joke. I don't know if there's a
What
joke there.
about Noel's peg leg?
No, about like being pegged by like increasingly smaller um strap-ons.
I
I don't
think
know.
you'd want to use increasingly larger strap-ons so you
Well,
can
I
like
was going by the
develop.
challenge standards, though.
Mm,
You
mm.
could just decrease, get
Well, that's why you
smaller.
couldn't come up with the joke because it makes no sense.
It made no sense, and it
Yeah,
just felt like I was trying to be gross for no reason. I don't know.
because if you're using increasingly smaller strap-ons,
You get less
then
fun.
it's like you get stretched out immediately. Then you're not even gonna feel the other ones.
Yeah. I don't think we really had to delve into it any further, but
You brought it up.
I brought it up. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe I'll edit it out. Maybe that'll be a way to do that.
No edits.
Danny says, "Hey, Jeff." Jeff's like, "Yeah, Danny." Fart.
Oh yeah, he farted.
Crazy moment. What was
Yeah.
that, Danny?
Have you ever seen that before?
Never, not to my knowledge.
That was wild.
Yeah.
Dudes do that though. Like there are some guys that like I'm embarrassed about my farts. I don't if I'm in public, I'm trying not to fart at all costs. But
That's where all your energy goes when you're out in public. Is
Some
don't fart, don't
some
fart.
days, some days.
It's crazy.
But some dudes just will like they'll fart
Yeah,
around
it's gross.
anyone.
It is gross.
I don't like it. And I get it, like maybe at camp. Like they're all stuck there at camp. They're living together in like a cluster of people. Sometimes you're gonna need to fart in front of people. But in front of Jeff, have some decorum.
But it wasn't like an accident, like it was on purpose.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Like it was he was going for the joke. It was kind
Yeah.
of funny. I don't know. It was dumb. And then Lauren wins. It's Danny versus Lauren. Lauren ends up winning. Great job to Lauren. And it's basically the plan is going to be Franny.
I knew it was gonna be Lauren because so the challenge, the first two sections sort of favored dudes, especially the
Yeah.
first section. And so it turned out like a dude team and a dude girl team made it to the end. And so she was the only woman on the peg
Good
challenge.
point. Yeah. It was her, Danny, Brandon, Kane.
Yeah. And
And
I
she's
was
by
like,
far the smallest.
yeah, come on, Kane.
They actually went out in like the order of how big they were. It gets down to Danny versus Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, but it's gonna be Franny. But Danny has an idol, so he's like, I'm gonna play my idol on Franny. But then they get word gets around that he has the idol. He's a little bit
He's
unsure. Do I?
pissed.
Yeah. Do I play the? That is scary.
Big Riley energy.
This was a cool episode. I thought. Big Riley energy. Not quite. It wasn't that bad. And but we go to tribal council. Danny does play the idol on Franny.
Yeah. It's a great moment.
It
Franny
is.
immediately when it happens just looks at Matt like, huh?
Yeah. Usually people do that, like, look at the move I just pulled off, but she doesn't have to do that. He's voting for her regardless. She doesn't have to
Yeah.
campaign for votes.
You could tell when she shows up with like the necklace is it the previous episode or the next one?
I think maybe the next episode.
Yeah, yeah. She's so excited. All she wants is to see his reaction to her wearing
Yeah.
the necklace.
Yeah. And he's thrilled. And the votes come in. Franny, 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 Franny. Do not all these do not count. Franny, Franny, Brandon, Brandon, Brandon. And they
Yeah.
say, let's go, Brandon. Let's go to Ponderosa.
Oh boy.
That's the last we ever see of Brandon. Just kidding. He'll be on
Good.
Survivor 50. I'm just kidding. Your
Oh
face was
my
hilarious.
God.
That was good. So episode 9 was called Under the Wing of a Dragon. Who said that one?
Khaleesi.
Good job. Khaleesi. Daenerys Targaryen said that
Mhm.
line. No, that was Danny. He said that. Who do you say
So
that about?
yeah, Daenerys.
Yeah, sure. Good. That's a good job, Danny.
Yep.
You're Danny also. Um, when you
My
when you
second
meet people,
grade,
you go by Daniel.
I introduced myself as Daniel. When I was in high school, I used to introduce myself as Dan, and then
Mhm.
I extended it at a certain point. But
Oh.
I did have a second grade teacher named Miss Schwartz who called me Danny.
Usually, I feel like there people get to like I'm Dan. You're not Dan.
Dan. I don't know. Dan always it
It is
sounds to
weird.
me
I don't know what my name would be if my
like
name
a
was
dude who
Daniel.
thinks a lot of himself.
I think Danny. I think Danny would be what I go by.
But the names with the Y at the end always sound like you're a baby. Like if you're an adult and you're like, "Hey, my name's Billy. My name's Johnny." I'm like, "You're a fucking child."
Yeah, it's fair. You put more thought into it because you have a name like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I would go by.
So I just say Daniel. If they want to call me Dan, I'm not gonna get mad at it. If they want to call me Danny, cool.
Yeah.
D Train, as
D
Isaac
Train, right? Of
did.
course, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
But the dragon, Danny he says working with Ratu would be like sleeping under the wing of a dragon.
By the
So
way, they make you set up a profile now in New York Times Games. So if anyone out there is
what?
playing, yeah, I have the app New York Times Games where you do the crossword and Wordle and all those. If you want to follow me on there,
Wow,
yeah, we could be friends. I'm the D Train, spelled Trayn.
that's awful.
I couldn't get the other one.
You couldn't do the D train?
Yeah,
You
the D.
could you try D train?
I tried everything.
D
This
dash train?
this
D without the dash? D
this is the
underscore?
best I could
D
do.
period
All
train?
right.
Okay. Damn, that's tough.
Yeah.
All right. Um, you can follow me on a running app uh called Strava. All right. If anyone
I used to
knows
use a running app.
if anyone knows about that. My
It's
brother
like
told me
it
to get
like
it.
increases you every day. You're
Well,
like,
this just keeps track of it and you can follow people
oh,
and give them props. Hey, good run.
oh, I want to give you props for runs.
Don't do it. You can do it. Um, so we're all looking for the idol because Danny played the idol on Franny at the last tribal council. We all go looking for the idol, and Heidi is the is the victor. She finds it. Ever been a victor on Survivor? There's one on Big Brother. No, I don't think I've ever been on Survivor.
Maybe not.
I can't think of one. No, definitely not. I would know if there was a victor. There was a Joaquin. Remember that guy Joaquin
Yeah,
from Worlds
I
Apart?
do. I do.
That was interesting. And Shireen like took off her pants next to him, and he was like, "What the heck? This lady just took off her pants next to me,
Yeah,
like her full
I think he
bottoms."
was Jewish. I
Oh yeah,
remember
he
being
was very hot.
excited. I
Whoever
think
he
I was
was,
excited about him that season because he was Jewish.
he was like a model. Whoever
Yeah.
didn't bring that much though. We learned a lot about Carolyn. She's 13 years sober. All right. Did we know that yet?
I
We know
don't
she
know,
was a
think
drug
so.
counselor. We knew that.
I really enjoyed learning this about Carolyn as
Yeah.
a man, you know, as an alcoholic. Um, and it was quite a moving story.
But I have a question. She said she met her fiance in AA. Didn't we talk once about how that's sort of forbidden?
Only in the first year.
Oh, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
The first year they call it 13 stepping. You're supposed to it complicates things. You're supposed to stay away from it. But then you're supposed to have a fellowship in AA where like the people in AA are the people you're seeing on a regular basis. So
Mm-hmm.
actually a lot of couples meet through AA. You're just not supposed to do it early on.
Oh, well. Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And but she says now she has a great life. She has a son, and she every Halloween she gets to decorate exactly how she wants to. She says it's scary, but it's how I want it. I thought that was so sweet.
It was. It was a
Shout out,
really
shout
nice
out to
segment.
Carolyn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was awesome. And Carson still throwing up, going in the bushes, whatever. Oh, immunity challenge. It's one we had last season, like a roller with a block of wood, and you put the ball on the block of wood. And
It's
but we do
endurance.
right, but we do rice, and it's raining, so people are like more willing to sit out for the rice negotiations. At camp, they were like, "Don't do it," but then we get to the
Yeah,
thing,
they
and
were
it's raining.
Danny was like, we don't want to be a season where we're bartering for. I'm like, what's so wrong with bartering for rice? It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's also better for him if they sit out because that betters his chances at winning. I don't know what he was going about.
He was just like, I don't want to be on a pussy season. And I
Who
was like, you
cares?
already are. It's like 14 days.
Yeah, yeah, get over it. That's what you
Yeah.
signed up for. But
They
yes,
gave fucking letters from home this week after they're like crying. I'm like, it's been 2 weeks. I was just in fucking rehab for a month.
you had to call your family though. You couldn't do it the whole time without talking to them.
I
That's
could
probably
have.
more for them though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, make sure you're okay. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. I don't know. I always said I wouldn't care either,
What's
but
that? A
people are
Jaws
different.
t-shirt?
Yeah, it's a Amity Island. Sure.
What's she saying?
She's like, shark, help, shark.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's like the poster for the like the sign.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway, but Danny says something funny. He said, "Scouts honor. I won't vote any of you out that
And
sit
then
out."
at tribal, he says, I'm not a scout.
That was funny. He said, "I'm not Scout from Vanuatu." That
God.
was somebody different.
I'm Twyla.
Imagine he said,
Yeah.
he's a Looney Tune. That would be so good. Or from Scooby Doo or whatever.
Mission Impossible.
So it gets down in the challenge. It's Danny versus Franny. Franny wins the challenge. Great job, Franny. Her last ever immunity win. They say at one point she won like 3 of the 5 possible challenges. Great
Yeah,
job by
she won
Franny.
like 2 immunities and a reward right in a row.
Really, very impressive.
Hmm.
Um, and so we get a little scared of the knowledge is power. So Jamie gives her idol to Kane, and then Lauren gives her extra vote to Jamie, and Jamie ends up using it at this tribal council. Kane at this tribal council doesn't even vote with Lauren and Jamie. Like he goes out, he's like a 1 vote for Danny on his boot
Yeah.
episode. It's horrible. It's a really bad episode for Kane. And he also has a confessional. He says he hasn't even voted anyone out yet. He's like, I'm excited to get the game started. I haven't even voted anybody out yet.
Kane was given someone else's idol once before
Who's
when Paul Bearer gave him the Undertaker's urn.
he did that?
Yeah.
He turned on the Undertaker.
What do you mean? That they started out like it was the Undertaker tried to kill him when he was a baby, and Paul Bearer had raised him to like hate the Undertaker.
Wait, I'm very confused. I don't really know this section of the WWE honestly. So, but Paul Bearer was with the Undertaker.
Yeah, he turned on the Undertaker well before Kane was a thing. He was
Ah,
like Mankind's manager for a while.
okay,
Yeah.
fair. That's cool. And so yeah, but Kane kind of sucked, honestly. But I like how we get the setup here that we have 3. It's like 3 groups of 3: 3 Ratu, 3 Tika, 3 whatever the hell the other one was called. Anyway, we go to tribal
People.
council. What'd you say?
People.
Pipu. That's good. That was exactly
Yeah.
what it was. This is a live tribal council, Daniel. You like
Ugh,
those live
no.
tribal councils?
No, I'm sick of it.
They
And
all.
I hated the moment where Jam Jam stands up and he's like, "Oh, I've always wanted to stand up in a live
But
tribal council." I'm like, "Fuck you, dude."
it was Jam Jam doing it,
I know.
so it was cute. Yeah, but anyway, so the votes come in. Kane, Heidi, Jamie, Kane, Heidi, Danny, Kane, Heidi, Kane, Kane.
Kane.
Oh no. Through hellfire and
Kane. It's
brimstone.
Kane.
Kane exits. There he goes. See you later, Kane. Not one of them. See, this season honestly has like some of my least favorite people that have been cast on the show through of the new era. Like Kane and Josh. Didn't love either.
Who's Josh?
The stomach cancer guy had his stomach removed. He was black, Daniel. That usually
Oh
helps.
yeah, yeah, I
Are you serious?
remember. Yeah.
And then like some early like Sarah that never did anything for me. Bruce, you know.
Yeah, there's some duds for sure. But like so many of these current seasons, 41 to 43, the players were like either actively irritating or just
Carson.
completely unmemorable. And
That's
so
Carson to me though.
I like Carson.
You're on
I think
Carson.
Carson's good casting.
I don't know. That he wins the challenge here just because he knew the puzzle. That's how why Franny loses, because Carson had just practiced this puzzle a million times at home, I imagine.
Yeah.
It's good for him, but that sucks. I don't know.
I agree that sucks, but that it's the modern world, Logan.
Not if we just decide not to cast him.
I guess so.
I mean, good for him. Like you plan to get on the show, you deserve to sort of be on the show at some point. I do believe that. Good for Carson. But that just sucks.
He's like a real Spencer.
Yeah. This would be how Spencer would do now. Now he
Yeah.
would be doing all of this. You're probably right. Ryman.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's how he says it. I don't know. Anyway, episode 10 is called Full Tilt Boogie, said by Jeff Probst. Pretty incredible stuff.
And Quentin Tarantino.
And apparently, who said the line in the movie? Do you know?
I don't know.
Salma Hayek.
Probably not.
Oh shit, she's just looking sexy. Uh, Carson. This was a great move, honestly, by Carson. I did like this part. He goes to Jamie, says, "Jamie, I've had to vote Kane out because Kane told me about you had an idol," and Jamie's like, "Wow, I can't trust Kane anymore." It's like Kane's out of the game. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter if you trust
yeah.
Kane anymore.
I know.
But that was hilarious. I loved that. Like it worked so well. She decided not to trust him anymore. Great job by Carson. And
I like when people use that someone is out of the game as
love it. It's one of
strategy.
my favorite things.
Yeah, me too. That's always a smart move.
Yeah. But as someone in the game, you should see that and realize they could easily be lying. But it seems like they never think that. They're just like, oh, wow, they're telling the truth. But it'd be so easy. I don't know. Reward time. I don't know. Who cares? It's for the sanctuary, and you get letters from home. Franny wins. She picks all the moms except for Jamie. She picks Carolyn, Heidi, and Lauren. So that's
Yeah.
fun for them. They get their letters from home. And we learn Lauren, she went through a divorce. This is pretty late in the season. Lauren knows all this from Lauren. A divorce. She worked 2 jobs through getting a master's degree. And now she lives a much better life. I don't really know what she does for a job, but elementary school teacher, I guess.
Yeah. This was a nice reward. It was nice to see the moms all getting along and stuff. And then Jam Jam was a fucking brat back at camp.
He was sad. He didn't get a letter from his husband.
But like it's clear what Franny was doing. Like it was
Right.
just a Jam Jam was like, oh, mom, kid,
I
that's
think
the
what
only
he's
relationship that matters.
I get what you're saying.
What about butt lovers?
Remember what Aris said this in his season? He was like, because Terry Dietz won the challenge, and he was like, my wife is way more important than you seeing your mom, Aris. And Aris
Yeah.
was like, no, I want to see my mom. And
Yeah.
Terry was like, fuck you, Aris. This is my
And you know
wife.
what? Aris looked like a fucking baby.
Yeah, Terry was so right. I fully
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. But I think Jam Jam's doing a thing here. I think Jam Jam is being strategic, and he's just trying to make everyone at camp mad at the people that went there.
He's like crying and shit. I mean, I know he's using it
I
probably,
do think so.
but I also think he's just but my husband,
Yeah, but he's using it.
my handsome boy. I'm not gonna see him for another 10 days. Who cares?
Yeah.
Grow up.
Let him be sad. I think it was more for the show, for the game than anything. But Jamie back at camp tells everybody, says, "Hey guys, I had an idol. It went home with Kane. I don't have it anymore." And they're like, something's up with this story. I don't really believe her. In fact, she's even more dangerous now. Let's vote her out. But she doesn't go home. Immunity challenge. This was fun. You got to slither through the sand like a little worm. And Danny was very fast at this. He was just like, went so quick. He was like Dune, the worm in Dune. That's a Dune reference to all my nerd listeners out there.
Yeah, yeah. That's a movie Quentin Tarantino refuses to watch.
Is that true?
Yeah. He's like,
Why?
I like the Lynch version. I don't need to see these fucking new ones.
Whatever. Well, that's honestly that's pathetic. Wasn't he attached to do Star Trek at some point?
Yeah.
What if people were like, I saw Star Trek. I don't need to see what Quentin has to do. Fuck Quentin Tarantino.
I think Quentin would be like,
Grow
fine
up,
with
Quentin
that.
Tarantino. Watch it. Wasn't he also attached to like James Bond? It was like Quentin Tarantino might do a James Bond.
Yeah, but he's never actually done any of this shit.
You're right. You are right, but that's lame. Watch it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
But
I like Denis Villeneuve's response to it. I saw like a reporter ask him
what do you
about
say?
that.
Like, I
Like,
don't
what do
care.
you? Yeah, he was just like, okay,
Yeah, if you're him, why would you care? I don't give a
yeah.
shit. Like he has more power than Quentin in Hollywood anyway.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would. Quentin said he's done after this last movie. What more power does he have?
I still think Quentin at this stage can make anything he wants to make, and Denis Villeneuve can make anything he wants to make as long as it's intellectual property.
Do you think that?
Yes.
I mean, is that where Chris Nolan is? Because
Chris
he
no-
has to make stuff like Oppenheimer and the Odyssey.
Chris Nolan is Tarantino level now.
Yeah.
Because Chris Nolan
He's
is
the biggest guy
making
in Hollywood.
Chris Nolan's making 3-hour biopics about like World War II figures, and it's making like Marvel money.
Yeah.
And
Who
like
knows how much of that
no
was the
one else can
Barbie
do
thing,
that.
though? That was such a phenomenon, the Barbenheimer.
Every Nolan movie, with the exception of Tenet, which came out at the height of COVID and he refused to have stream, has been a genuine hit.
Right. He's the top director.
He has carte blanche.
Yeah, I think so. But are you going to go see the Odyssey?
Yeah, I'll see it.
You said the trailer looked boring. John Bernthal, I don't know if he fits in that world. He was standing out
Yeah.
weird in that movie.
Hey Odysseus, what's up?
John Bernthal does not work. Love him, love him. So Danny gets to the puzzle first, but Carson knows the freaking puzzle, so he ends up. I'm assuming this. There's no moment on the show where he says, "I knew that puzzle from
Was the
months ago."
reward challenge the one where they have to throw the balls on the thing?
Yes.
Because I wanted to say that's the Noel Memorial Challenge.
Oh, was it? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right. She went
yeah.
across the beam when didn't
Hmm.
expect her to. You're right. Totally. Noel. Would you have known her name if we didn't say it earlier?
Nope.
Carson is. Oh, this is Carson and Jam Jam are basically like Carolyn loves Franny too much. We're not gonna get her on this vote to vote against Franny. We have to go behind her back, basically. And so Carolyn sort of panics, tries to keep Franny, but it doesn't really work out. At Tribal Council, this is where Jeff says, I think it's best to play Full Tilt Boogie.
If I was Carson, I would start a podcast, daily podcast, like just like 15 minutes of me talking whatever I wanted to say. I would call it Carson Daily.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good, right?
That is good. And Daily, he doesn't spell it that way, does he?
Nope. You change it to daily with an I.
It's Daly,
Yeah,
like the John Daly.
that's right.
Wow, any relation?
I don't believe
I
so.
don't know. That'd be crazy. That would be something if we learned that. That'd be awesome. Jeff also says this other thing.
Carson Daly got his start on the radio. Very few people know this, I find. He was just like when Jimmy Kimmel had a radio show, he was like the producer. Like he just worked for the radio station, and
Wow.
Jimmy Kimmel thought he was like a fucking loser. So he would like rip on him all the time, and that's how he got his start in show business.
How does that get you your start?
Well, it's
What
like Carl Pilkington.
was he like good at selling it? Like good at being like, oh, I am a loser,
I guess he was a lovable loser.
lovable loser. Damn, I should
Yeah.
have had that job. I could be Carson Daly today.
Well, I don't understand why you don't just embrace that. I
Yeah.
rip on you all the time and then you whine to me
Because
off
I'm on this
air.
show that I'm not, this isn't Jim. If I was this loser on Jimmy Kimmel, that would be fine. I'm the loser on the
Hey, this
franchise.
was before Jimmy Kimmel was Jimmy Kimmel.
No, it was still a radio show. People tuned in.
What is this? Podcast is the new radio.
Yeah.
I had a guy contact me recently. He
Why
said,
is everyone contacting you?
I don't know. He said his favorite part of the show is when I rip on Henry or you. And you have told me so many times people don't want to hear that.
The thing is, I could turn it and just be like, this is not fun and make it totally not fun. But I'm too much of like a showman that I make it
Yeah, you are.
fun.
You're the greatest
I
showman.
am the greatest showman, and I hate
Yeah.
that about myself because it makes me mentally unwell. But I think it makes the show better. But it's it's a problem.
But it takes a toll.
It does. It's not healthy.
Hmm.
Uh, but Jeff says this other thing I have to bring up because this becomes a thing on another season. He says it can be called Full Tilt Boogie or Club Condo. And this is a thing, this latest season, it gets used in like 5 tribal councils in a row. They keep talking about this thing, Club Condo,
What
and it
is
was
that? Like
driving me
Lazy Survivor
insane.
playing?
It's
Floating?
like it's like when you have a party at your apartment, I think, and you call it Club Condo. Like, hey, welcome to Club
No
Condo.
one's ever done that a single time,
That's a
ever.
Jeff thing. He created. I don't know, but it becomes a big thing this latest season, 48, I think. And it was driving me nuts. I hated it. But this is the origin of it right here. So I had to bring that up. Anyway, so the votes come in. Franny, Danny,
I was
Heidi.
so I was I wanted Franny to stay so bad. I was
Yeah.
like pulling for her. I was so tense during this tribal.
It is it is a good one. These are a few good tribal councils. Like good votes, at least.
Yeah.
The people that go out. Kane and Brandon aren't the best for me, but I mean, at least we get rid of them. That's good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right there. Franny, Danny, Heidi, Franny.
Oh,
Goodbye, Franny. But she gives Matt a little look on her way out. Oh, I love the
hmm
part. She's like, Carolyn, I'm wearing your belt. And she takes off Carolyn's belt.
yeah, that was cute.
That was so cute. Yeah. And Carolyn's like, oh my God.
Remember when Angelina asked for that lady's jacket?
Of course.
That's
That's one of the big reasons
legendary.
she'll be on this next season. That was such a
She is
legendary. Angelina is, yeah.
good, good. Um,
Three from that season.
what season was that?
David versus Goliath.
Mike White was that season?
Mike White. They were both in Final Tribal Council. They were the losers
Who's
to
the
Nick
third?
Wilson and Christian Hubicki.
Right.
He's from
Who's
that season.
who's the third that's going to be on 50?
I just told you all three of them: Angelina, Mike White, and Christian.
All right. I didn't hear you
You,
say Christian. Jesus.
I just said it. And you said all right. Who's the third person? What the heck? That
Oh,
was so weird.
I thought you were talking about that season. Wow.
Uh, uh, I was saying he was the other. I don't know.
All right, I got it. I got it. All right, Christian. I
Sorry.
remember him. He's a little nerd with glasses.
Yes, yes. But
Fucking
now he
four
has
eyes.
tenure at his job, and he's like a real professional.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Good
He's
for
like
him.
he's a professor.
Professor Ubicki.
Exactly. So here are the final seven in alphabetical order: Carolyn, Carson, Danny, Heidi, Jamie, Lauren, Jam Jam.
Say it again.
Carolyn, Carson, Heidi. Oh, Carolyn, Carson, Danny, Heidi, Jamie, Lauren, Jam Jam. But you've already locked in your final three picks. So and they're
I'm
still there at the
sticking
final
with it. They're
seven.
all still here.
This is incredible work by you.
Yeah.
And you've guessed the order will be Jam Jam winning, Carson second, Carolyn third.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be like, Carson's gonna lose like 7-2 to Jam Jam, and then Carolyn no votes.
No votes. That sucks.
I agree. Listen, I like Carolyn, but people don't, she's good at this in the talking head segments at letting you know that everything she's doing is intentional.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't see it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
part of her game, unfortunately, is that she wants to fly under the radar, having people think she's not doing things intentionally, which is a good way to get further in the game, but not a great way to win.
Yeah. Winning Survivor is very hard. People don't talk about that. It's a very hard
I
thing
feel
to
like
do.
people talk about that.
People, they probably talk about that.
Yeah.
But it is a fine tightrope you have to walk.
Yeah.
And Carolyn's going too far on the side of I'm a goofball. I don't know what's going on,
Yeah.
possibly. So
I mean, it's like Kane before he left. He was talking about it. Like, I've been on the wrong side of every vote. I haven't, like, how am I going to win? Even if I get to the end, like, I have nothing on my resume.
but he did nothing right but was a threat. Like that's a problem. That means you're really bad if you're doing nothing right, but people still view you as a threat. How bad do you have to be doing that?
Real bad.
You got to be Kane. What's Kane's last name? Hodder. What the heck? Kane Hodder. No, Kane Fritzier.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, he's
He's
from Canada. I
German?
forgot about that. He's Canadian. All right, that's it for Survivor. Next week will be the final week, episodes 11, 12, and 13. And then we'll start season 45, a season that I love. Might be my favorite of the new era. Either 45 or 46 or 47 was good. One of those three.
Jesus.
But 45 I love. So
All right.
I think they get to the hour and a half long episodes next season too. I
Mm.
know. I know. Sorry. We'll get a 3 hour long episode next week. The finale plus reunion. Where I think you're gonna take the notes, Daniel.
I am.
And then I'll do the premiere of next season.
Yeah.
Daniel looks disgusted, so we're gonna end the episode and talk about Big Brother, okay?
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you next time. How do we end this show?
Mm.
I think you said the hate has spoken last episode.
The hate is spoken. That's pretty good. Yeah, the tribe is broken.